Welcome to Tickleverse. Let's laugh and play.
Misty Moose with marching beat tromped across the snowy street. She led her crew of hiking bears through whispering pines and icy stairs. Misty Moose climbed rocky slope with compass tied in braided rope. She stomped with joy on crunchy snow as mountain winds began to blow. Misty Moose sang forest songs to help her friends all march along. They followed trails through sparkling trees with mossy breath and mountain breeze. Misty Moose found caves of ice where crystals gleamed so cool and nice. She tiptoed in with hooves held high and echoed songs into the sky. Misty Moose picked pinecone hats and gifted them to snow-white cats, then danced upon a frosty ridge while waving from a fallen bridge. Misty Moose beneath the pine rested near a snowy line. She dreamed of trails and climbing cheer and mountain days throughout the year. Twinkle toed the boat, a bubble soft and round with rainbow doubles. He set it loose on Lily's stream and rode a boat just like a dream. Twinkle Toad wore a hat so wide it caught the bubbles floating by. He paddled with a leafy spoon and sang a song beneath the moon. Twinkle Toad saw ducklings cheer as bubble ripples danced so near. He floated past with gentle pride on bubble boat with gleaming stride. Twinkle Toad met fish that glowed and jelly worms that softly showed a trail of pearls along the tide where bubble boats would gently glide. Twinkle Toad played flute of foam that made the bubbles rise and roam. He sang with frogs on Lily's drums and clapped with leafy bubble thumbs. Twinkle Toad at end of float tied up gently bubble boat. He hummed a tune and closed his eyes and dreamed of bubbles in the skies. Twinkle Toad wore a hat so wide it caught the bubbles floating by. He paddled.
Saffron snail with shiny trail spun her shell along the rail. She drew a path in curly loop, then slid into a flower group. Saffron snail drew circles wide around the trees and garden side. She spun in spirals soft and slow, with blossoms cheering as she go. Saffron snail made spiral art with glitter, mud, and grassy art. She painted swirls on pebbled stone in rainbow curves she called her own. Saffron snail met worms who wiggled, and in her spirals danced and giggled. They made a maze of gentle bends that looped and curled without an end. Saffron snail twirled near a vine and drew a shape so round and fine. The butterflies flew round her trail and whispered, "Wow, dear saffron snail!" Saffron snail curled up in bed, dreams of loops inside her head. She blinked and sighed with sleepy glee and dreamed of one more spiral spree.